Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whole Brain Coffee. The point of today's episode is to see if we could find an even worse and more disgusting coffee than this Starbucks Pike Place Medium Roast. And the way we went about that logically is we try to find the cheapest coffee we could find. Now, this Folgers can was the cheapest one at our grocery store. We're not saying it's good or bad because we haven't tried it yet.
Right.
This can cost us $3.83, while this cup was $2.65. Now this was also a buy one get one free, so technically this can cost us around $1.90.
Wow.
And this can make up to 90 cups, according to Folgers. So technically you're getting like a 2 cent to 5 cent cup out of this, depending on volume. Quite a stark price differential.
Indeed. And so to give some context, just a little bit, to the Pike Place Roast, we did try it in one of our previous reviews and we found it severely wanting, meaning that insofar as our channel has existed, it is the worst reviewed coffee that we have tasted. It was absolutely horrible. It was ashy, it was flavorless, it was just bad. And so our goal here is to see, can you actually find a better cup of coffee for cheaper? And what's interesting too is that Starbucks is a well-known coffee company. It's founded on the idea of crafting higher quality coffee for the consumers, whereas Folgers, to me, this looks like a kind of coffee where it is quick, it is easy to make, you can get it in bulk, it is expedient. There are a lot of advantages to Folgers. Now,
well, price is probably the biggest.
And advantage. Price being the biggest. So to give Folgers its due, we're going to be using a method with a greater extraction, meaning we're going to be using, that's right, you guessed it, the pour over method. And so we're going to make a stronger cup of Folgers coffee and see if the natural taste of Folgers wins out against the taste of Starbucks' flagship roast.
Very well said, very eloquent. But we haven't opened this can yet. We still have the trademark Folgers aroma seal on this can.
This is true, so we should open it and smell this
Look
and
at that.
see what this actually...
Look at that aroma seal. So we're gonna pop this Folgers trademarked aroma seal and see if there's any aroma actually present here.
Let's see.
Oh, look at that.
Did you hear that though?
Oh, I heard that.
Yeah.
It sounded like a spaceship hatch opening up.
It did. Absolutely. Makes you think of the airlock scene in Alien. Or Aliens.
Yeah, give it a whirl, man.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie, this could smell worse. Like, it doesn't smell bad, I don't think. It's not terrible.
Yeah, it's not terrible. It's pretty coarsely ground though.
I would say so, yeah.
But you know what? It smells better than... Oh, well, let's not jump to conclusions,
Right.
Okay?
Because the consistency here is something that looks like it would be actually not terrible in a pour-over setting, so this might actually be to the advantage of Folgers. So without further ado, let's get brewing.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are poured up, brewed up.
So we don't know which one is in which cup, but we have tried the Pike Place before, as we mentioned. So
Yeah.
upon tasting it, I think we'll be able to identify which one is the Pike Place.
And so these two are the same, and then these two are the same.
So without further ado, let's...
That smells like garbage.
Interesting.
This one doesn't smell like anything, really.
They both honestly don't smell pleasant to me.
No, this one doesn't smell like anything. That doesn't even smell like coffee, bro. So I'm gonna go ahead and guess that's the Folgers.
This is interesting.
I'm pretty certain that's the Folgers. And that's the... Well,
Interesting.
I'm not 100% though.
Oh, I feel like this is the Starbucks and this is the Folgers.
Ooh, I want to say the opposite.
You're gonna say the opposite?
I'm gonna say That's the Starbucks.
You must overcome the trials of bad coffee to show you, the viewer, what good coffee can really be. Oh, that's terrible.
Whoa, dude.
Ugh. I think that's the Folgers. That's the Folgers.
Dude, I'm not playing it up for the camera.
No, I'm not. That's legitimately terrible.
Yikes, dude.
Dude, that must be what SpaceX used to power the rockets, I'm telling you. Like, that's bad. No, I can't.
Guess you can't. You have to. You must.
No, I tried that. I can't have any more of that.
You must.
That's so bad.
You must.
That's horrendous.
Listen, how about this? If we get it wrong, we both have to finish both cups.
Okay, that's Starbucks. This is definitely Folgers.
Nah, dude.
This is Folgers.
Hold on.
Hold on. Wait a second.
Nah, bro. Actually, I don't know. This one's better. Whichever, in my opinion, this one is better.
They're both like.
This one is really bad.
Can I give negative ratings on this show? Do we have negative ratings on the whole brain scale?
This one is just atrocious, dude. Whichever this one is atrocious. This one is drinkable. This is wild, dude.
They're honestly.
I honestly don't know.
They're honestly so bad, I can't even tell which one is which. I'm just guessing based off of the strength at this point.
But they're equally bad, though, right? So, okay, considering the price, considering the price of this being 200x this.
Why am I drinking this again?
For content, dude.
True, I know, but...
All right, listen, let's get serious, though. This is the worst thing I've ever tasted.
It's actually the worst thing I've ever tasted.
Definitely as far as coffee, potentially ever for anything.
I don't want any more.
Listen, this is not bad, though. The one on the coaster?
The one on the coaster...
That's really not that bad. In fact, it's okay.
You know what is interesting? So I will say this. The one on the coaster is just simply not as strong. So it's somewhat more tolerable than the one that's not on the coaster, which is incredibly bad but strong, so you can just clearly taste how bad it is.
Oh, dude, this is actually kind of hard.
I feel like I'm drinking out of...
They're both bad. One is really strong bad.
Yes.
The other one's like a weak bad.
I feel like...
Pick your poison, dude.
I'm drinking out of an old-timey spittoon.
But I was gonna use that line, man. He stole my line.
Out of my
dude.
grandfather's spittoon.
You stole my line, bro. I was waiting to... Anyways.
This is the quality content we produce here on Hope. Again, we are doing this so you don't have to.
Dude, I'm gonna puke if I drink any more of this.
I literally can't.
Straight up.
I won't. I will not. I can't. Like, it's so bad.
I don't think Starbucks was this bad.
No, I don't think so. That's gotta be Folgers. I agree. Like, I think that's Folgers, man.
I remember Starbucks being bad, but not that bad.
Right. Okay.
Yikes, though. This is...
I mean, I'm gonna have to come up with a whole new set of negative numbers for the review scale for how bad
we
this
can't
is.
go negative, bro.
I'm about to go negative.
We started...
I'm going to start disappearing from exist. Like, I'm gonna get the Thanos snap in a second and start disappearing if I drink any more of this coffee. Like, it's so
Okay,
bad.
okay. Let's get reasonable, serious, and most importantly, scientific.
Yes.
Which one is better? Which one would you prefer out of the two?
The one on the coaster I would take, is the one I would take. And the only reason being is that it is not as strong as the one that is not on the coaster, this one right here. And due to that, it's watered down a little bit more. That somewhat makes it easier to drink, whereas this is just pure, unfiltered, unadulterated throat tar. Like, it's just bad.
This cup makes this taste like, you know, heaven. And that's saying something because this is disgusting.
It is horrible. I'm gonna go wash my mouth out with soap.
I have to say this is the Folgers, dude. Right?
Same.
Because I don't think Starbucks was that bad.
No, I don't think so. I think,
Yeah.
though bad, it's a different kind of bad. It's just the degree of how bad it is emphasized by how strong the coffee is. If it were a good flavor, it would be amazing, but it is not. It is just jet fuel. It is every other euphemism people call coffee that they call bad coffee.
I drank this like 2 minutes ago, right? And I haven't drank it since, but the memory of it is still making me kind of wince.
This coffee has got to have a half-life. It just tastes irradiated. Like it has to have a half-life. Like it just.
You could probably run like a 2-stroke motor off of that.
I think I would probably
like
grow an extra limb.
Small 2-stroke motor.
Just pour it in like your car's engine. Just
or run like a lawnmower.
Just give like a V8 or something. Just like, all right.
Is this the Folgers right here? This is the okay. This is the Folgers. We were correct.
It is the Folgers.
Now, hey, hold on a second here. Hold on a second before we get all crazy here. Okay.
Right.
Let's be reasonable.
Of course.
Perhaps this should not have been made in a pour over, because what happens with a pour over?
Well, for the pour-over method, it is a more delicate method for more delicate coffees, but it is a method that is utilized for extracting the natural flavors and nuance of the bean. It's a very popular method in reference to getting that kind of flavor. So if you have a bean or grounds that does not have a good flavor, you will extract all of that bad flavor from the bean and or grounds, which is what we have done.
Every single disgusting note.
Yes.
So
it's like pure evil in a cup. It's
I know
bad.
you don't want to hear this, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
All right.
We will try this in the future with a different method, right? Perhaps something like it's designed for, which is probably a drip, right?
I would say that yes, like the way that not only it's packaged and marketed, and of course like the kind of format it comes in, meaning like the grounds, it is drip coffee. Like it is taken into consideration that most people will be using drip. Like they will be taking the lid off the drip, they're putting the grounds in, putting the water in, and just hitting start and drip. So that is the preferred method with a coffee like Folgers, to be made in bulk and in large quantities on the cheap.
Yeah, man. But made in a pour over, it's just atrocious, and it makes this horrible Starbucks cup taste like, like heaven.
Like better. And I will say, I could have gone my whole life without ever tasting that and have been quite all right. And
I hope that we will go our entire lives without ever tasting that. But we will taste it. We will taste it again.
Yes, the things we do for content.
So we rated the Starbucks cup a 1 previously, something like a 1, 1.1 or something.
I believe it was a 2, like on average, yeah.
It was pretty, it
was pretty low. So what would we give? So knowing that the Starbucks was a 2, what could we possibly give this monstrosity, out of which I'm sure I just saw a small little tentacle form in its inky blackness?
We are going into the negatives. This is a -2.
I'm gonna say it's a -2, honestly, and that may just sound contrived. It's not because Sergey said -2, it's because I really do feel the coffee is that bad.
Dude, well look.
I feel like I lost years off my life from each sip of that coffee.
Here's I think what a negative really means, right? Is would you, if you had no coffee at all, right? And you only had access to this and this, would you rather have no coffee at all, or would you rather have this? And I think it's a resounding, I would rather never have coffee again for the rest of my life than have to drink this.
I would rather...
That's a -2.
Yes, I would rather fall asleep wherever I'm at, perhaps not wherever I'm at, but in most places, than have this coffee. Yeah. It is that bad. It is that... I can't bear it. Like honestly, I don't want it.
Atrocious.
I feel that I am going to have to go to therapy to deal with the effects of this coffee.
We did what we could, and we will give this another chance perhaps in the future.
Perhaps. We might revisit it, but man, But listen, man, this is like a 5-cent cup, okay? Let's keep that in mind. It's true.
We're not trying to rag on Folgers, right? This is just our opinions and our settings and our experiences. And...
we really are just trying this out so that...
So you don't have to.
You don't have to. So, and again, our whole goal here is to introduce new possibilities and to introduce a realm of coffee that perhaps wasn't considered before, something that is better. And so you can see the quality of a lot of these popular coffees and popular brands for what they are and make a more informed decision. Say, well, if you like this part, well, then you might want this, or if you like this part, you might want this. So while there is no wrong way to do coffee, we here at Whole Brain do believe that there is still quality coffee, not based entirely on preference. We do believe there is an objective piece to that. There is quality bean, there is quality roasting, and there is quality brewing. And this, I think...
is none of those.
Is, well, quality brewing Yes, but in terms of the roast, in terms of the flavor and the bean, no, none of that.
But did we answer what we sought out to answer?
We did.
Which is, could we find a worse coffee than the Starbucks medium roast Pike Place? And
resounding yes.
we definitely did.
And I didn't expect it to be worse. I really didn't. I was giving Folgers the benefit of the doubt.
Same.
And I really thought Pike Place was going to stay in the F tier.
Sorry, Folgers. If you were thinking about sponsoring us, you know,
we screwed up.
You know
we messed up.
Yeah, sorry, Folgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it, man. I hope I never have to taste this again in my life.
Yeah, same. I hope I will never dream of it or think of it or look at it ever again after this moment. And so thank you all for tuning in. We hope this has been informative in some way for you to help you make better choices with your coffee. So thank you again. And as always, we'll see you in the next video. Keep using your whole brain.